Thank you for being patient, Brian Byrd. I appreciate it.
No problem.
I appreciate it. What do you think of that? I tried to talk you into jumping in there last minute, but
I got to sing tonight.
You got to sing, so you can't eat.
Eat
10 beignets.
No way.
And then sing.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
So, well, Mark will be here in a few minutes, and then we'll talk more. But I since he's not here, I want to get you going because I know you have a busy schedule.
Okay.
My story, I want to start with my story so that as I introduce you, okay? So I went to, I wasn't living in Sarasota, but I went to Cask and Ale, and I was sitting at the bar. It was early in your show, and you guys, not surprisingly, took a break. But that's another story for later. So, so I'm sitting at the bar, and you played a blues song that was fantastic. I think it... B.B. King, Muddy Waters, I don't know, Buddy Guy. It was one of those three guys. So I'm like, God, that was awesome. So you guys took a break, and I came over and I introduced myself. I don't know if you even remember this. And I said, you know what, that was awesome. Are you from Chicago or maybe New Orleans?
Right.
And you said...
I'm from Sarasota, Florida.
He's like, I've never left here. And I was like, wow, that was a killer blues song.
Yeah, it's probably B.B. King.
Yeah, I think it was. And I was like, that's how I met.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm going to let you introduce yourself. Tell us a little about, tell us who you are, what you do, and all that good stuff.
Okay, I'm Brian Byrd. I'm born and raised in Sarasota, Florida. Been here all my life. I moved away for a couple of years to go to school in Miami. Came back home to take care of my kids, and I've been here ever since. And I worked at Sarasota Memorial Hospital for a number of years, about 14 years. Playing full time at my church and gigging on the side, so I was holding down 3 jobs at one time.
Okay.
Born and raised in church.
Okay. Right.
So that's where all this
the music came in.
That's where the music comes from.
Okay.
So as a kid, I grew up playing drums. When I was 2 years old, I started playing drums, and I became kind of well known around in the area for playing drums. Nobody knew, that I played steel guitar or anything. Nobody knew that I sing. Nobody knew.
Right.
But I was just a drummer. I was a well-known drummer around this area.
Okay.
I got discovered.
quote unquote. He's doing quote unquote. This isn't visual.
I got discovered that I could play steel. I needed an amplifier, so I went to Guitar Center, and the manager at the time heard me playing out of this amp because I took my steel guitar inside the store and just started doodling around. I wanted to know what the amp sound like, you know what I mean? I didn't want to buy a piece of crap and I'm stuck out here with it. So he introduced himself, then he said, have you ever been in the King of the Blues competition? I said, no, I don't even know what that is. I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, bro, I think you should enter in the King of the Blues.
So how long ago was that?
Oh, my God. That was it had to be more than 10 years ago.
Okay.
So I entered the King of the Blues competition, and a lot of the people that were actually playing guitar, they knew me as a drummer. So they were looking at me like, bro, what are you doing here? I did pretty well. Didn't win, but I did pretty good. So I entered again the next year, and I won.
Oh, cool.
And then they sent me to Miami to compete in Miami. And when I walked in that door and saw who I was competing against, I was like, there's no way. Because, long story short.
No, go ahead.
I won in this area. Actually, I competed against Thorson Moore, the guy that's in my band right now.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know who Thorson was at the time.
Right.
I didn't know him that well. People that, heavy hitters were there at Guitar Center. I was like, holy crap, what am I doing here?
Right.
But I really trust the process. I believe that if you trust the process, everything will work out. So I competed down in Miami against Roosevelt Collier. Roosevelt Collier is the original steel player for the Lee Boys, who I now play for and all over the world.
All right, so tell me about talk about your band because you didn't bring that. I know
Okay.
that, I mentioned you earlier while they were eating beignets, and I said you were patiently waiting.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that you play on Sundays at Mandeville
Yes.
and Friday, Saturday at Cask and Ale.
Yes.
Where I discovered you.
And every Thursday.
I discovered you. I made you famous.
Yeah, you did.
No, I discovered you, and I go there very often.
Yeah.
And everybody I know goes there. I think
Yeah.
you met my daughter,
I
son-in-law,
sure
and my
did.
granddaughter.
Yes,
But
yes.
I am, for the record, I love music, and I have zero talent when it comes to music.
I got you.
I can't play an instrument.
Okay.
I cannot sing at all.
But you appreciate
But
it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I just love hearing it. So tell
Yeah.
us where you play, and then you mentioned you sometimes leave your own band to go do
and
other
I
stuff.
go out on the road. Yeah.
Okay.
So the name of the band is Dirty Byrd, Byrd. Dirty Byrd Bird. My name is Brian Byrd. I named the band kind of like after myself.
Okay, right.
And we have a wide range of people that play in the band. We kind of have a rotation that's going on right now. We play at Cask and Ale every Friday and Saturday night, 7 to 11. Every Sunday at Mandeville from 4 to 8 p.m. And every Thursday at Blase out on Siesta Key.
Ah,
Every
right.
Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you get some good music.
Yep.
Yeah.
And tell me then when you're, and again, I've gone and seen the band without you, and they're very good as well.
We always bring in Class A musicians, man.
And so the question I wanted to ask you, I've kind of noticed that. So you play from 7 to 11. The crowd at Cask and Ale changes as the night goes on.
It is true.
Right? And I'm like kind of in the middle, I guess. I'm really one of the old people. But early on, it's an older crowd.
Yeah.
You know, 7 till about 8:39.
Yeah.
And then from 9 to 11, it fills with the younger crowd.
Yeah.
And the music changes.
It is true.
Right? So tell me a little bit about that. What the thought is about that.
When it comes to music, I believe music is a spiritual thing. It moves people, and it crosses all kind of lines.
Oh, look, Mark's here.
Hey, man.
Hey,
I'm feeling a little woozy.
Good
right now.
morning.
You
Good morning,
survived.
sir.
So, Mark, I'm sorry, Brian.
Thank you very much.
Brian's going to finish his story in a minute,
no,
but I want
please.
to interrupt for a second and make sure you're okay.
Well, I'm feeling a bit woozy right now.
Are you? Okay.
And if I disappear, I'm going to probably have to go binge and purge. But no. I don't want to interrupt you. You're doing great. I'm just listening.
Yeah, no.
Feeling
So Mark was in the contest.
peaked.
He came in.
Oh, you were.
He was in the contest. Yeah.
See? That's why I didn't do that.
Right.
I got to sing tonight.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah. So we were talking about the music at Cascadale.
Yes.
7 to 9 is
It-
the old
it-
people.
it-
9 to
tonight-
11 is younger
Now,
people.
tonight is it going to happening tonight, right? You
It's
playing
happening tonight.
Awesome.
Tonight.
Okay, good.
So usually around when we get there at the beginning, we just don't come out of the gate like in your face. Rah!
Right.
You know, it's really laid back. Some jazz, a little bit of blues, some instrumentals, and we designed it that way to kind of hook people. You know what I mean? It's nice
Right.
and calm while they're eating their food,
Right.
having a few drinks or whatever. But by the end of the night, sometimes we get the older crowd and the younger crowd just sitting there hanging out or out there dancing on the floor.
Yep. That's
or,
when Prince comes out.
Yeah.
That's when they unleash Prince. And,
Yes,
Purple Rain,
yes,
Yeah.
man, yes.
1999.
Man,
I think I've been there up until 11 once or twice in my life.
Yeah.
You think, Scott?
And
Usually,
then we leave. Mark and I usually leave when you guys are packing up your equipment.
okay.
You know,
I
so-
know.
But your
Yeah.
timing
Yeah,
is
I guess it
impeccable because you always show up when we're on break.
Yeah, that's an inside joke. So that's what happened. So I earlier when Mark was recovering from the eating contest,
Well, I still
I was
recovering.
we were talking a little bit and inside joke with Brian and I would walk in at 7:30, they'd be on a break. And then I'd walk in at 8:15 and they'd be on a break.
On a break.
And I finally said to him, and I barely knew the guy.
Do you got play?
And I'm like, dude,
Do you play
are
at
you
all?
always on break? And he started laughing. I'm like, I'm glad he didn't punch me.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
I-
we do.
So now it's just a joke.
25 3-minute sets.
Yeah.
Song,
No, they play a ton.
take your
They hardly
break.
ever take a
Song.
break. It's just my timing.
I tell you this. So 7 to 8, we play for an hour.
Okay.
And then from 8 to 8:30, we take a break.
Okay.
8:30 to 9:30, we play again.
10
Take a half. 10 o'clock, it's wide open, man.
Okay.
And we play for the rest of the night. And we've had instances where even the management was like, "Can you play one more song, bro? Because it'd be insane in there."
Oh, yeah.
Cascadale is insane. I met a gentleman last night that was just riding by. He never met me, never saw the band, yada, yada, yada. He told me, he pulled me to the side when I was trying to get to
On
the
a break.
restroom. Oh my God.
You were on a break.
Yeah, I was on a break.
It's on a break.
And he's like, bro, I stopped in the middle of the road to listen to your music. Good to see you. Yeah, so, music is a spiritual thing, man, and it moves people, especially if you're good at it. You know what I mean? If it sucks, then people want to go home.
So tell me this. Who do you follow? Who do you like? Obviously you probably have a
As a pedal steel
great
steel
range
player,
of
I
genres,
I have a couple people that I listen to as far as pedal steel is concerned. I listen to Roosevelt Collier, which is the original steel player for the Lee Boys, who I travel with all over the world. And I listen to Robert Randolph. Robert Randolph, he's played with Eric Clapton on Crossroads.
Yeah.
He's played with, he plays some amazing Jimi Hendrix. Oh my God. We grew up in this same organization, in this church, where I grew up listening to steel guitar, lap steel, pedal steel. The Campbell brothers were the icons of this church that I grew up in, and Chuck Campbell was the master of pedal steel guitar, bro, and I fell in love with it. And Aubrey Gent, some of these names that I'm naming, I know you have no idea who they are.
Oh, I know Robert Randolph, and I've seen Buddy Guy. Chicago, right?
Yeah,
He's got his own place up there.
Right. So like
Buddy Guy's House of Blues.
I love Buddy Guy.
Yeah.
I love Eric Gales, Joe Bonamassa.
I have not seen him, and I want to see him.
Have you ever seen Eric Gales?
No.
Holy crap! I went to go see Eric Gales, and I sat there and I cried like a grown woman.
That's
It was
awesome.
so moving, man.
That's
His
awesome.
music is awesome. That's what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to play music.
So you're no longer working the other two jobs?
No.
Okay, good for you.
I retired
Right.
from Sarasota Memorial Hospital about a year and a half ago, something like that. And because I travel so much, I can't be at my church every weekend. But it was a leap of faith for me because I was so used to working 3 jobs, you know what I mean? But I kind of stepped out on faith and was like, I believe it's going to happen. And it is true. It is manifesting, bro. It's crazy. I'm going to Dubai, Canada, Spain. I'm traveling all over the world doing what I love. I love it.
That's success.
And you know what?
That's the definition of success.
We're all pretty much self-employed here, right? So it's all on us, what we do for a living, and we obviously love what we do, or we'd be going doing something else.
Absolutely.
And to make a living, we have to hustle.
It's
right?
true.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no boss.
That's right.
It's kind of nice.
So
It
Brian,
is
I need
nice.
to ask you a question then too. So
Of
every
course.
time when I've come, you seem to have a different lead singer or like a different singer there.
Yeah, we
Explain-
have
is it
kind of like a rotation.
How does that work?
It's true.
It's always great. You know?
Within the rotation, we make sure that we have Class A people.
And there
that,
always are. Yep.
Taylor Opie is one of the best vocalists I've ever heard in this area, hands down. She's amazing. I used to be her drummer when she was like 19 years old. Now she comes to Cascadel and she sings. Holy crap!
Well,
Now,
do a little plug for each of your regular guys. Maybe
Okay.
give us their names so we know
my
who
regular
they
guys
are, and then
Thorsten
who's-
Moore,
Okay.
lead vocals, lead guitar. Andrew Glasgow, he plays bass. He has another thing where he does reggae at Munchies. Him and Damon Owens is on drums. They are consistently good every night. Just great vibes. And myself, Brian Byrd. And then there are times when we have Taylor Opie. She's a lead vocalist. We have Thomas Bentley.
Go ahead. No, I was going to get a picture of you and Mark, and then he says it. Oh, yeah, we're really good. Go on, keep going.
Thomas Bentley plays guitar, one amazing guitarist. We also have James Albritton. He played last night. Who else did we have in the mix?
And then guests. And then you have guest singers.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you said Taylor.
Every now and again, I'll call we just started playing at Mandeville like a couple Sundays ago as a full band, and one of the young ladies that worked there, she says, "I sing." I said, "Do you really?" She said, yeah, I used to sing professionally. I said, get out of here.
Right.
I said, here's the microphone. And she sung Nas Barkley, Crazy. I saw her last night. She's been coming out to see the band more often. And I said, here's the microphone. Here you go. She lit that place on fire, bro.
That's awesome.
Lit it on fire. Yeah, that's Rachel, by the way. Nice plug. Rachel, proud of you, girl.
So, tonight you guys are there?
Tonight at Cascanel, 7 to 11.
7 to 11. Do you have a...
Try to get there early if you want a seat, because it will be...
I want to see your playlist.
It would be nuts. It would be nuts. We play a wide range of music. We do country, we do rock, we do southern rock, we do reggae, we do blues, we do jazz. Whatever you want, I'm pretty sure we'll play it. Yeah.
So tell me quickly, where are you headed when you're not going to be in Sarasota? Just like you said, you're going to Dubai. When's that?
Yeah, that's in October.
In October? Cool.
I can't wait. But I'll be out on Virgin Cruise Line. Nice plug with Virgin Cruise Line. Right. I'll be out on Virgin Cruise Line June, sailing out of Miami and come home for about 4 or 5 days, flying out to Spain and get on another boat and out for another month. Come back home, do some more touring, and October, going to Dubai for a couple of weeks. I'm going to Canada, I think it's in August. It's been an amazing ride, man. It's been an amazing ride, and I can't take really the credit. I believe in a higher power. I believe in God. I couldn't do this on my own, bro. I could not do this on my own. God is faithful, and that's my story, bro, and I stick to it.
I'm 100% with you on that.
Yeah.
So you said you kind of started at the church.
That's where it all
Your
started,
church.
bro.
In Sarasota.
In Sarasota,
Okay.
on Mango Avenue. I will
Right.
never forget it. Man, the music upbringing, there were legit rock stars within that church, but it was forbidden to play outside of the church.
Ah.
So it was a no-no to take what they were doing in church and take it outside the four walls of the church. Well, that lasted for a few generations, and then Robert Randolph took the music outside of the four walls, and they were like, what in the world is this? Sacred Still Music. You could look it up on YouTube. Look up Sacred Still Music. There's a bunch of Sacred Still Music. You can find people that you have never seen before play steel guitar. You think I can play? Oh my God, bro. The Campbell Brothers, they're from Rochester, New York.
Okay.
And amazing band. And it's all gospel, but you would never know it because they play it in a funk, blues, gospel type of way. You listen to the lyrics, you know it's gospel.
Right.
But man, it gets the people moving, and they play before thousands of people. They've toured all over the world. They too came outside of the four walls and started spreading the gospel through music. And I think that's a great thing. I think it's because a lot of people are turned off by church. But how about we bring the church to the people? How about that? It works. I go to church every time I go to Cascanel.
Well, I mean, it's the history of music goes back to
It's true.
the church and the gospel.
It's
gospel,
true. Yeah, like Al
music
Green
and all those guys.
Yeah, all these guys. They come out of the church, and
Right.
bro, I love what I do, and I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I love what I do. Like sitting behind that guitar is like my pulpit. And everybody that's in there having drinks and having a good time, it's the congregation.
Yeah, and you guys draw a crowd.
It is
Definitely.
It is true.
Cask is
Insane.
a good, fun place.
It is true.
And I like going there, not just Fridays and Saturdays,
Yeah.
but I really like going on Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah.
The street, I mean, the sidewalk is full
It's
of
all
people.
packed,
The
yeah.
inside is packed. So it's a good time. Anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
Yeah, spread love wherever you go. Wherever you go, spread love. Let's make this world a better place by
Sounds
any means
great.
necessary.
You know,
Sounds great.
we're gonna sign off on that because I don't
Yeah.
think we can.
Yeah,
better-
I'm done.
There's nothing better than that.
Hey,
to
It's
sign
been a
off
full
on the
day.
show with.
I mean that.
And by the way, you've got a radio voice, my friend. Dude, I'm just sitting here listening.
I know.
I'm just sitting listening. Like,
Well, when you put this on,
Alright,
when you put this
so-
on SarasotaStreetTalk.com,
Yeah.
everybody's gonna be like, Mark and Scott.
Mark and Scott who and Brian who. I think Brian should take it over. And no,
Like,
really,
he
seriously.
has something else more he needs to do, right?
No, it's kind of like,
No
it's
way.
kind of like hey,
Mark,
spin in the 50s.
thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Maybe it's
appreciate
you.
it. Appreciate it,
Maybe
Scott.
very
Thank you,
much.
bro.
You too. Thank you for
God
coming
bless
by.
Sarasota.
You know, maybe we'll.
What time going on tonight?
7 to 11 tonight.
7 to 11,
Cascanale.
Cascanale.
Don't miss it.
Yep.
It's going to be a good time. It's
And
going
if
to be
you're
a
not
good
here in
time. My man is
Sarasota-
there all the time. Yeah, I see you, bro.
If you're not here in Sarasota, we'll be taking some videos and posting it, so you'll be able to enjoy it as well.
Yep.
So,
All right. Thank you.
thank you, man.
Thank you,
so much.
guys.
Have a blessed day.
You do the same. God bless you.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, Mark.